bridge coming up here. About to leave southern Illinois, crossing over into southeast Missouri, going over the Mississippi River. I think I filmed us coming over this the other day when I was headed the opposite way. Here we are again. It's about a little after 6 p.m. I'm trying to drive for maybe another hour or so. This is one of the easiest runs you'll ever get. This I-57 run from Chicago to, we'll be hitting 55 here in, I don't know, 10 or 12 miles, 20 miles, something like that. Here's the sign saying we're crossing into Missouri. But yeah, this is one of the easiest runs you'll ever get. Down 57 through Illinois. Just, you don't have to go through any major cities. Plenty of rest areas. About as easy as you get. So yeah, we've got about 24 miles till we run into 55 south. I may just stop at that, there's a nice rest area there in New Madrid. Yeah, I think that's where it is. I might stop there. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, there's your little bridge footage. Okay, guys, so I've stopped here at the New Madrid, Missouri rest area. As you can see, it's one of these rest areas that has lots of parking spots. It's about, oh gosh, what time is it? 7, I think it's after 7. You can see there's just a little bit of sunlight left, but yeah, still lots of spots. Let me go around here to the other side. Just to remind you what we've got, this is the load of steel tubing I got from Gary, Indiana today. Done several load checks today and everything's good and tight. Just going around checking my tires and making sure everything's okay. The FedEx truck stopping over here. But yeah, this rest area, in addition to having lots of parking spots, it has, some nice restrooms inside, some vending machines. So it's a good place to stop. I don't know that I've ever spent the night here though. I get my clock back about 4:50 in the morning, so I'll be heading out about then. Basically got to take 55 all the way through Mississippi and down into Louisiana and get this delivered. Okay, everything looks good. All right, see you tomorrow. All right, good Wednesday morning, everybody. As we cross the 55 bridge again in Memphis. I left the New Madrid, Missouri rest area this morning about 10 till 5. Made it to Memphis, crossing the Mississippi River. So now what we'll be doing is taking 55 south all the way down through Mississippi into Louisiana. Still got about almost 6 hours to go. I'm barely gonna have enough time on my 8-hour clock. I'll try to get there without having to take a 30-minute break. But, you know, if I have to take a 30-minute break, no big deal. I'll still get there in time. I have an open window to deliver this between, you know, like 7 and 2:30. So, you know, I'm thinking I'll get there around 1 or 1:30. Should be good. Woo! All right. And the thing about Memphis is they have a lot of low bridges. So if you're carrying a high load, watch out. Okay, well, I just wanted to show you a little footage, get the morning started. I'll show you some more on down the road. All right, everybody, update from the road. Still on 55 South, probably about half an hour north of Jackson, Mississippi. We're going to Jackson. And you know, about 10 miles back, I stopped at a rest area, did a load check. And I sent in an updated ETA, letting them know I should be there by 1:30. And what I wanted to mention is, I've noticed that it seems like whenever I send in an ETA, you know, to kind of give them a heads up, confirmation of when I'm expecting to be there, they usually send me a pre-plan shortly afterward, which I greatly appreciate, but it's almost like the ALM is rewarding me for sending in an updated ETA. I think they really like that. Either that or it just, you know, flashes them up a message on the board and it brings me up in their attention, you know. So they say, oh yeah, we got him going, he's going to be down there in Louisiana, what do we have for him? I don't know, but it just seems like it triggers a pre-plan. So I'm not positive because I have not been able to read the pre-plan. I've only listened to it play over the tablet, you know, with the computer lady reading it, which is sometimes hard to decipher. But from what I did gather, it sounds like it's picking up some sort of a plywood product, fiberboard, something like that, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. in Taylorsville, Mississippi. I'll have to look that up. This is probably a place I've been before, but I do not recall Taylorsville. And I think it delivers Monday in Kansas. But again, I'm not sure because I couldn't understand clearly the state. It's in Ridley, and I think she's saying Kansas, but I'm not sure. So if that's the case, that'll be a home load, which would probably get me home probably Friday, early Friday, maybe even late Thursday, possibly. I don't know. I'll have to, take a look at that later when I get stopped. But It says the shipper in Mississippi does not have overnight parking. So it's going to be a deal where after I get unloaded today, I'll probably have to just drive towards Taylorsville and get positioned, you know, where I can get there in the morning, since they don't have any overnight parking. But that's cool. Sounds pretty cool. Haven't been to Kansas in many months. Well, I take that back. I did go to Kansas City a couple of months back. Got a load. Anyway, there's an update for you. Well, guys, we just crossed from Mississippi into Louisiana. Here's the sign. Welcome to Louisiana. And then there's something down there in French I don't know how to read. We are about 49 miles from my customer. About 58 minutes it says. And the name of the place we're going to is called Deltac Manufacturing. So we got about 18 more miles on I-55 here, and then we're gonna exit off of here, and the last 25 miles or so are gonna be more rural. And then once we get loaded, we'll head on back this way. All right, more later. All right, folks, we are down in the Louisiana bayou. About a mile from my customer, hopefully. You know, when I turned on this road, there's a sign that says there's a 25-ton weight limit for a bridge 8 miles down the road. But I had instructions in my work order that mentioned that, but my customer is only about 6.5 miles down the road. So I won't have to go across the bridge. But man, I tell you, we are down here in the bayou. I saw a graveyard back there where everybody was buried above ground. Never seen that before. Okay, so we're looking for something called Deltac Manufacturing. It's supposed to be there in about a quarter of a mile. So I'm creeping down this road a little bit. The car behind me is impatient, but they're just gonna have to wait. I've been looking for Amos Moses down here. He only got one arm because his daddy used him for alligator bait. Oh, some of you might have heard that song. All right, let's see. Here's a sign that says Deltac. Let's see, plant entrance, truck route. Okay, so they want me to turn in here. Let me get wide, make sure some of these cars aren't coming by. Getting the mud puddle here. Oh yes, nothing like a good old mud puddle. Delivery vehicles only beyond this point. Okay, I am a delivery vehicle. Okay, let's see if I can get through here. Well, I don't see any signs telling me where to go, so I'm just gonna stop right here for now. See if I can get some information. Okay, folks, Pardon that phone ringing, but I walked inside here and the fellas in there didn't really know, so they called this fella standing down here in the road, I believe, but he just kind of motioned for me to come on down. So that's what we're doing. I asked him what they make here, and he just said just about everything. All right, let's see what he wants. Okay. He basically told me to turn left here. Let me get this paperwork out of the way. Come down here and park by this forklift you might see up there, this orange forklift on the right. Yeah, that'll be all right. It'll give me enough room to get my tarps unfolded. Hopefully block some of the wind. I really hope I have time to spread my big tarp out on the ground and the wind's not blowing too hard, so I can do some repair work on it. This next load of plywood or some kind of wood product, it's supposed to be tarped, and I really don't, you know, this tarp's kind of pointless if it really needs to stay dry. Alright, let me pull up here and get out and start doing some work. Okay guys, before I get too far along here, I wanted to show you the load since I didn't get to do a very good job of it when I picked it up. But I've taken one strap off right here. But basically I got 4 sections, 3 straps over each section. This one has a small bundle on top, but 3 straps over each section. And then I had 3 canvas tarps covering it all, and one of my small 4-foot tarps, and then 1 big tarp, which it's very windy, but I'm gonna leave this tarp here, get my straps put up, and then try to repair this tarp a little bit if I can. All right, so that's what's going on. Here's just a shot of where I'm at. So, all right, more later. Okay guys, as you can see, he's got the back section off and part of the middle section there, taking them in the warehouse. That's Roger, my unloader there. He was telling me that they make, with this particular product that I'm carrying, they make these, I guess you'd call them scaffolding products that plants use, you know, to get up into high places. So said they're the only place in the country that makes them. So that's pretty much it. You know, once he gets these off, I got 8 timbers to put up, and I've been repairing my tarp here. Good Lord, that turned into a job. I probably put on 10 pieces of tape already, and I can still see at least 3 more. Luckily I had a spare roll of tape. If I hadn't showed you this, I know it's been a while, but this is the stuff they give us, repair tape. You basically just cut off a piece. I've got a little pair of scissors like you used in kindergarten. Cut it off, peel the backing off, and stick it on. All right, well folks, I think a lot of people must have got off here around 2 or 2:30, because a lot of people headed out. But I've only got 1 bundle left. Roger, my unloader, here he comes right now. He's just got one more set to get off, and I got 2 timbers to put up, tighten up my strap down there, and then I've got a love picked out up near Macomb, Mississippi I'm gonna head to. Thank you, Roger. All right, let's get those timbers put up. And like I said, my next shipper is about 3 hours from here, and really the only spot is probably about an hour, maybe a little more than that from here. It's a Love's near Macomb, Mississippi. I actually stopped there earlier in the day and filled up, so I'm planning to get there and then finish out the remaining part of the trip tomorrow morning. You know, my appointment for loading is 8 a.m. so I got plenty of time, and I'll still have time on my clock to possibly get home tomorrow. So that's the plan. All right, let me get this stuff put up, get my paperwork sent in. All right, folks, let's get out of here. Woo, worked up a little sweat back there. Kind of warmed up today. Let's see what the temperature is. It says it's 82 down here in southern Louisiana. All right, so I had a little trouble getting my empty call sent in because the system, and I didn't recognize it till a minute ago, but the system didn't automatically arrive me. I guess it didn't recognize this location, you know, on the GPS tablet. So Roger said I could go out this way. Just giving you a shot. Rural southern Louisiana. We're not that far from New Orleans, probably, I don't know, maybe 50 miles, give or take. All right, so let's see if we can get out of these little country roads and get back to I-55 and head back toward Macomb, Mississippi, where I'm gonna stop at the Loves there, get cleaned up, and then try to get a home load in the morning over at Taylorsville, Mississippi. All right, let's see if I can make this turn. Woo, let's see here. Oh, let's go. Oh, mercy. Not a bit too much room. Like my tires back there got all in the mud. All right, on the road again. Hey, I just thought of something I wanted to mention. Earlier today, I got an email from one of my referral drivers, Michael. I think he lived down in Georgia. Hope I remember that correctly. But he just emailed me with a little update that, you know, he's been out there on his own now for 3 months or so, and everything's been pretty good. He's liking it. But he said he's had a couple of instances where some of the shippers or the customers, people unloading, loading, are kind of, his word was, they're kind of pricks. You know, just kind of rude. And I said, yeah, man, I just kind of learned to, because I've had that too, man. So I remember one guy specifically, he just was having a bad day. And he was just trying to get under my skin. And I just wouldn't let him, you know. I just kind of shrugged him off and didn't let him bother me. And later on, he came up to me and he said, man, I'm sorry for acting like I did. He said, you're a good guy, man. You're a good guy for not getting mad at me. And I said, man, if I let guys like you upset me, I'd stay mad every day. Man, I said, I'm just here to do a job, and if you're having a bad day, you know, I'll be gone in a few minutes and you'll still be having a bad day. So that's my advice. Just you know, I try to be nice to everybody. I try to be polite, professional. Don't give them any reason to be upset with me. And you know, just get through it. Kill them with kindness, they say. The old saying goes. If that doesn't work, you know, you'll be gone in a few minutes anyway. So that's my advice, Michael. Just don't let it get to you, man. And you'll get better and more efficient at things. Like he was saying, one guy got mad at him, you know, for not pulling out of the bay quick enough to, you know, to put up some of his timbers, but Michael didn't want to do that because it was a very small lot. He didn't, you know, there was a lot of truck traffic out there, and he didn't want to pull out there and be out trying to put his timbers away. He felt safer doing it in the bay. You know, it only takes 2 minutes either way. But anyway, you know, just don't let it get to you. And you'll get better at the processes like that, and you'll end up going to a lot of the same places, and you kind of learn how things work at places. You'll get smoother, more efficient. So, you know, that'll work itself out. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed this beautiful country Louisiana drive. I don't get down in these parts very often, especially this far south in Louisiana. So I've been to the tip of Lake Michigan and down almost to New Orleans this week. Kind of weird when you think about it, isn't it? That's the life of a truck driver. Alright guys, I'm about half a mile to taking a ride on a little bit bigger road.